What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, just very quickly, before we hop into the topic of today's video, if you guys do want to catch a little bit more extra content besides what you see on this YouTube channel, I do stream every single day besides Sundays over on my Twitch channel. You can actually find the link to that down in the description of today's video. And also, if you want to, we have open lobbies there every single time we play a multiplayer game. So something like Call of Duty, all the OGs, or even modern stuff that you see right here, like Modern Warfare 2, or what we're playing right now, currently Battlefield 2042. We always have open lobbies. So if you want to squad up, you want to party up, get in some of the gameplay, some of the footage, and just chat it up with me while watching the stream, then by all means, like I said, you could catch the link to that down in the description of this video. Now, today I want to take some time to discuss something that I saw while scrolling through my Twitter feed. Now, I have to be honest here. This is one of the biggest reasons on why I personally have just been straying away from the Call of Duty scene, and I would love for you guys to go down in the comment section and leave your opinions as well if you agree with me or if you disagree with me, because I'm really curious to see what the current Call of Duty community really enjoys out of this franchise. I would consider myself an OG. I've been playing since Call of Duty 2, the big red one, and I've not missed a single Call of Duty release. I love this franchise, even though obviously it's a very rough love-hate relationship right now, current date, as you can obviously see. But at the end of the day, I would love to see what, like I said, the current generation really thinks of Call of Duty and what they want out of this franchise. But scrolling through Twitter, like I said, I saw a post from Charlie Intel. And honestly, like I said, it just really made me think back to why I got into the franchise. And it still to this day blows my mind on what we have at current date. As you can see right here, he went ahead and said how it started and how it's going, basically showcasing Call of Duty, the original, and the new skins that we are getting current date with Modern Warfare 2. And it's not just with Modern Warfare 2, I mean, it's across the board. Black Ops games, Sledgehammer games, whether, it's Vanguard, all of this stuff. This is just the current art direction that pretty much every development team is working towards. And I don't know if it's a trend that was started because of Fortnite and, because I see every single development team really trying to push for this type of stuff. Even if, maybe I shouldn't talk about this stuff specifically like I'm showing you guys, but just, extraordinarily flashy, no sense, non-logical skins that just don't fit the atmosphere that the game is supposed to be portraying. And, it boggles my mind a bit. A lot of people always get angry when I say that, I like very realistic vibes out of my COD games, but people have to understand that realistic atmosphere doesn't equal realistic gameplay, COD has never been a milsim shooter, it might have been, it had some tactical times like back in COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2 where it's not as fast-paced as something like Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2. They had more tactical titles than others, but, they aren't milsims. But when I'm talking about the military style, that atmosphere, I'm talking about the skins, the factions that you're playing as, the actual voice actors who are commanding the teams, or the voice actors of the characters, of course, that you're playing. Just everything across the board, the atmosphere that Call of Duty used to offer had a military vibe, and that's what got me into the franchise. That is 1010% what got me into the franchise. Is one of the main reasons why, I really don't play games like Fortnite or Apex Legends and all that stuff. I have been dabbling across the board, like, Shatterline I played a long time ago. I'm thinking of actually trying that game again. And other games like X-Defiant, for example, which is a little bit more flashy than, what I typically would play. But I've been branching out because I've been just really craving some new games. And those games are really good. They're tons of fun. But sometimes it goes a bit too far. Like I said, cough, cough. Fortnite. I really cannot do it. I apologize. I know it's going to offend some people, but I just can't do that style. But that's what all of these franchises are pushing for. I just can't get why Call of Duty feels like it has to tap into this marketplace. Again, like I said, go down in the comment section and leave your opinions, because I want to know what the mass majority of people, well, obviously my channel isn't that big, so I clearly won't see what the mass majority of people, but at least on this channel, I would love to see what people want out of this franchise, if this is your style or if it's not. Because like I said, growing up playing Call of Duty, like I said, I started off with Call of Duty 2, the big red one, and every single game moving up, it never broke the atmosphere. It really never broke the atmosphere. Even in Black Ops 2, when they started to add, much more crazier camos, and they started adding stuff into the store that you could actually physically purchase, and they were very flashy, like bacon camos, or was it a pizza camo? I think it was a bacon camo. All this crazy stuff, very flashy stuff. Even when they started introducing stuff like that, they still kept the core atmosphere. It didn't feel like I was being brought out of the fight. It really didn't. It didn't make me feel like I was getting teleported into an alternate universe. When I'm fighting on the battlefield, I still feel like I'm fighting in the battlefield, and it just sunk me into the action still. But as times change, I feel like the loot box era is when, it really changed, because they started cycling in more skins and more things, and they're trying to advertise and make flashy content to sell to consumers and have them cough up a lot of money in the loot boxes. But I really feel like that era is what changed basically COD as a whole. It sucks to me, because it doesn't have to be this way, in my personal opinion. It truthfully doesn't. I mean, look at Battlefield 2042 for an example. They were pointing towards the direction of doing this, but the community fought back. The community complained. We put our foot down. We said we hate this crap. We want stuff that, fits with the atmosphere. And it's doable. It is completely doable. I mean, look at the game for an example. They have tons of military realistic skins that are extremely flashy, look extremely cool, and they fit the game. It is possible to make flashy content that fits the atmosphere of the title that you're making. But then again, maybe I just don't understand COD now. Maybe COD has evolved to this point where we are just going to be hitting Fortnite-style dances in our matches, and, we're going to have extremely flashy unicorn skins and all this crap across the board. It's hard for me. It's very hard. Growing up in a time where, like World at War, for an example, I'm sitting here playing as, real soldiers that feel like I'm being immersed into the World War II experience. Nothing is taking me out of it. They didn't even have skins for the weapons themselves, and I will agree that I don't want to see COD go that far back. Obviously, they need skins and they need content, but at the end of the day, that's what I grew up with. I grew up with that nitty-gritty style. Call of Duty 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, the beginning mission, no rush. I mean, come on now. That's what I grew up with Call of Duty. That is it. Straight badasses, okay? And these badasses are turning into not so badasses anymore. And I honestly don't mind when games, revolve content around holidays and stuff like that. Like, for example, Call of Duty 4, how it's, Christmas crash, and you have Santa Claus instead of the airstrike, and the chopper comes in with a bunch of Christmas lights on it. That stuff is fire. I love stuff like that. But sometimes they take it too far, and they branch way too far out to make Call of Duty, instead of it being a military-styled game, into, a cartoon game. It's a cartoon game now. It completely feels like a cartoon, which is the opposite of basically what this franchise was all about. And also, quickly touching upon this topic as well, is it just me, or have the voice actors become really garbage nowadays? Maybe for the campaign, they're good, they're very, immersive and intense and dramatic, they're good for action movies and stuff like that, but for war, they're way too, it just feels like, they hire a bunch of people to try to make Call of Duty into a movie. I get it. But like I said, flashback to games like World at War, Modern Warfare 2, these people, they weren't set up for, some movie scene. They were set up like they were actually in the crap that they're in right there, calling that, a freaking enemy AC-130 is about to come, absolutely dish it on you. They meant business. It was insane. It was absurd. I don't feel that much anymore. Has the atmosphere of COD really changed that much, ladies and gentlemen? I have to know from you guys. I need you guys to go down in the comment section and let me know about all of this stuff, because I can't tell if I'm going crazy. But like I said, I'm playing Battlefield 2042 basically every day now, and these skins are fire. Every skin is just super flashy. I want to obtain them. Like, basically the whole battle pass is stuff that I want, that I'm craving to, actually obtain, and it all fits the game. Nothing takes me out of the immersion. Even back in Battlefield 5 when they added in the elite heroes. There's elite soldiers for the teams that weren't really, in the faction, I guess, but there were special characters. They still semi-fit. I mean, some of them were a little, but they still fit on the battlefield, in my personal opinion. It didn't completely take me out of the immersive, World War II experience. COD is... I really think they're losing their touch when it comes to cosmetics and just atmosphere of the game. They can do it. They can really, because they have done it. There were some really cool skins across the board when it came to Cold War and Modern Warfare 2019. Even Vanguard had some pretty cool skins. I won't lie, but some of them they push it way too far. It usually starts happening after the first season. Usually before that, everything is pretty set, everything's pretty grounded, and then it's just Flash City. You know what I'm saying? It just completely changes over to a whole different art style out of nowhere. Oh, man. Again, I might just be going crazy, but please leave your opinions down below. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. Say hate it, leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe with that notification button. Also, want to chat me this too, we do so. I have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games, do over on Twitch, with this in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.